Looking around campus, you can see that there are so many factors that affect education. Just looking around one floor of the library, you can see that boys and girls all study differently, different races study differently, and how all those affect what kind of student they become. So, what do you think is the difference between the way boys and girls study and the way they interact at school?
I think boys are more independent, and girls probably do group studies more and don't get anything done.
Okay, so do you think that gender has an influence on choosing your major?
I do. I mean, I would think that more women would want to be like elementary education majors so they can stay with like the younger students. I know that a lot of people like to see women in elementary schools as teachers, so I think that would be.
What about culture? Do you think culture has any bearing on?
I mean, here, I wouldn't say all of the country, but definitely here, like, you see more of like the Middle Eastern students being like science majors, stuff like that. But I don't know about any other schools or anything like that.
Thank you.
Do you think gender affects people's influence on their choice in major?
Yeah, I think gender does have a big role. I don't know if it affects nowadays. Now even females are becoming doctors and they're pushing forward and they don't want to stick with just being homemakers anymore. So I think gender does have a big role.
So has your gender influenced the kind of major you decided to choose?
Not really. I always wanted to go into education and work with kids and stuff like that, but I can definitely see how it's influenced like the education major as a whole. Like, I'm doing elementary education, and in most of my classes it's all girls. There's like 2 or 3 boys in my classes, so I can see how it's influenced the education major as a whole, not my personal opinion.
Great, thank you.
So on the search, I've been asking everyone if they would answer a question, and I did offer them a sheet of questions. And for some reason, the questions about race, everyone was hesitant to answer, and I do wonder why. But when it came to gender, everyone was willing to openly talk about it. So I wonder if it's one of those things that we have not addressed enough, or we need to address more within the school system. So you just came here from China to study. How has it been different here?
In China, most the teacher care about how you develop yourself, and for example the math. In China, the teacher really care about the answers, how you solve it. But in America, I found it's different. The professor really care about is how you think about it, and how you must show the works very carefully. And if you just show the work, you can get partial credit for it. But in China, they only care about the result. If the answer is wrong, you can't get any point from it.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's the. In China, people don't really care about the humanity class or something like that. In China, you do care about what the major is, and if you choose the major, all the study is about something about the major, not like the undergraduate students in here. The science, the majors class, something, and the art, something like that.
What is your major?
Mathematics. So I also choose the finance as my minor. So it's two different.
Yeah. So do you like it here?
Yeah, not bad. The professor here is very kind, and very help me out if I don't know the way how to say.
The way to approach something?
Sometimes you can't understand some words because some Chinese students, the English found on dictionary is different from the people say like the oral
Slang.
Yeah. So sometimes it takes time to figure that out. So For the professor, they don't care about it. If you have questions, you feel free to ask questions and they will be patient to listen.
Oh, good luck. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
One thing that we've noticed is that there are so many answers to all the questions that we asked today. But one thing we need to realize is that inside the classroom and outside the classroom, we need to take all these things into consideration. Where someone comes from, their beliefs, their culture, their race, their ethnicity, their gender, it all adds up to who they become as a person and as a student.